Hello, everybody. This is Colleen from Let's Talk About It. And today I want to talk to you about a really cool theory I've learned in my cognitive therapy. It's called the 12 spoon theory. This is good for anyone with a chronic condition, certainly people that suffer from what I do, post-concussion syndrome. I have occipital neuralgia and vestibular migraines. But I think especially anybody who's dealing with some level of fatigue or not being able to manage their energy really well, this is a great theory. I'm a type A person, so I'm a go, 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 go. So I really struggled after my car accident when I ended up with these migraines and really having such a high level of fatigue, because I always went by the deal like, I got 10 things on my list and I want to get 11 done. Well, what I learned very quickly is I can have 10 things on my list and I'm lucky if I do 3. I was really struggling, like really having a hard time with it. After a while, I think mentally I got my brain around it, but I still pushed myself too far. A lot of times I'm like, oh, I'll just do this thing and I'll just pay later. Well, paying later doesn't necessarily help you with your treatment or helping to help you to heal. So anyway, after my cognitive testing, it's not so great. And I've been having some speech issues when I have an episode with vestibular migraines. My speech/cognitive therapist taught me about this. So this is called the spoon theory, and it's very simple, but very practical. So I wanted to share it with you. So the concept is this. Imagine that you have 12 spoons for each day, and each spoon represents a unit of energy. So this is it. These are my 12 spoons for every single day. Makes sense. I'm like, okay, I could do that, 12 spoons. So now what you do is you go and you make yourself a list. And I did this with my therapist. And basically, I had to write down different things I did throughout any given day. And I had to categorize them by how many spoons I use. Was it 4, 3, 2, or 1, right? So I want you to think about that while I do this, right? So for me, all the ones would be like taking a shower, boom, taking a shower, doing my hair and makeup, that's maybe 1. I boil 2 hard-boiled eggs, not a big deal, that's a 1. But then I had to really start thinking about, okay, what do household chores do to me? Laundry, that could be 2. If I'm on the computer for more than 45 minutes, that's at least 2, sometimes 3. So now it might be 1 o'clock in the afternoon and I only have 4 spoons left. So I find when I go to a doctor's appointment, PT, if they don't deal with anything above my neck, is 2. A lot of times it's 4 and I'm out of spoons. So let's think about other things. If you're caring for a child, if you're caring for your spouse or partner, if you're caring for a parent, how many spoons does that use up for you, right? If I go out to lunch, depending on where I am in the environment, if it's loud, that's going to use a lot of spoons. If it's more than one person, it's going to use a lot of spoons because I have to focus on what they're saying and all of that. If it gets loud, more spoons. So if I want to exercise, right? So if I want to walk my dogs around the block, at one point that would be 4 or 5 spoons for me. Now, again, depending on the heat, how I'm feeling, all those kinds of things, I can walk my dogs around the block and it could just be 2 spoons. Sometimes it could be 5 and I need to lie down for an hour. Grocery shopping. For me to go grocery shopping, or a lot of people with vestibular migraines, it is so overstimulating and there are fluorescent lights and you might not notice it, but there's patterns on the floor that could do a number on you. So for me to drive, 2 spoons, to a store, walk around the store, 4 spoons, bag everything up, because we have to bag our own stuff now, that might be 2. Bring all that to the car and then drive home, I just use 10 spoons. I only have 12 for the day. So for me, grocery shopping takes up a lot of real estate, takes up a lot of spoons. So one of the things I talked about with my therapist was, can I maybe think about having my groceries delivered for me, especially on those days that Maybe I had physical therapy or something else that really took a lot of spoons from me. And believe it or not, I told her, I said, I can't even do big stores. Like, I can't walk into a shop, right? Like, oh my God. Maybe with a hat and sunglasses and loops and all that stuff. And even then, I feel like I'm going to get sick when I come out. Anyway, to just get a delivery of like 7 or 8 basic things. I was out of milk. I was out of eggs. And I'm like, I can't even go to the store. I don't even want to go to the store. So there's 2 questions to ask. One, can that be delivered? Answer was yes. It cost me all of $3 to have it delivered and left on my porch. Or can this thing be delegated? Yeah, I could have asked my son, given him a list and said, hey, can you go to the store for us so that we have these things, right? Because I'm going to use spoons. So I think that's something to really think about is, okay, what takes up 1 spoon for you? What takes 2 spoons? What's 3? And then like, what's 4? 4 for me could be a lot. If somebody's outside mowing the lawn and I'm outside and I have to stay outside for whatever reason, I'm jacked. Like that could be anywhere from 5 to 10 spoons. So that's an important thing, right? If I have to take care of the pool, I'm gardening, maybe I have to paint something, I have to go to the post office, all these things. When you start writing it down on a list, your daily activities, and then putting a spoon next to it, you really get a clear sense of what you're using. Now, the other thing you do after that, because now you have it all objectively, this means 4, this is 5. Now do a diary of your week. Write down everything you did that day. So it could be, I did the laundry, I went out to lunch, I had to go to Home Depot and pick up chlorine for the pool. I came home and I had to deal with the chlorine in the pool and backwash the pool or whatever. I went to get my nails done, right? And you're like, oh, got my nails done, that's great. Well, yeah, it could be loud and there's fluorescent lights and the smells and all of that. So getting your nails done is nice, but it can also take your spoons away. So you do this and then you assess it. What I learned, every now and then I'll do a farmer's market because I opened, my own business after I lost my job. I couldn't do my job. So I sell herbal teas and tea things. For me right now, a farmer's market, 4 hours. Easily 10 spoons. Boom. 10 spoons done. Maybe I shouldn't even be doing them. So I have 2 spoons left. I get home, let's say it's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I get home, this is all I have left. Should I be shopping if I only have 2 spoons left? No, because shopping could be 4 spoons. Should I be doing laundry on the day that I did a farmer's market and I only have 2 spoons left? No. Maybe what I need to think about is how can I get more spoons back? Well, maybe if I sleep for 4 hours and take some medicine, maybe I'll get 4 spoons back, right? Because somebody might say, oh, hey, you want to come over our house for dinner? The answer to that, if I have 2 spoons left, is sorry, I can't make it tonight. It's not going to happen. So I have to give myself grace on those 2 spoon days. And I also have to say, is there a way I can get help at a farmer's market? Is there a way I can do things that are lighter that I could handle? Should I maybe be thinking about not doing it and pivoting and doing something else because it's really expensive in the spoon department, right? So you're going to do that. And then the next thing you're going to do is kind of prioritize. Now, I'm sure you could print out your own paper, or you could do it on a calendar that you have. And it's just really interesting to write down everything you do and to really assess how many spoons you're using. And then you can set some goals. For instance, I really would like to go to the beach. I live very close to the beach. And I had to really look at my plan. So now we have a plan on going to the beach. So some of the questions are, how much help do I need? What's my plan? What are the materials I need? What are the steps I need? But then the other thing is, I got to think about the spoons. Driving there is how many spoons? Okay, I have to put my chair on my back and carry a bag. How much carrying that bag from my car to the beach? How many spoons is that? Walking in the sand. If you have vestibular migraines, really hard, and you probably need somebody to hold on to. How many spoons is walking in the sand, right? Believe it or not, for some people with vestibular migraines like me, and I like to sit really close to the water, it's low tide, I'm good. Believe it or not, high tide, it's too loud. And I actually have to put loops in at the beach. So again, the sounds at the beach, people talking to you, whatever it may be, how many spoons is that? Oh, and then you have to leave and do everything again. So for me to go to the beach is a big deal. And I have learned that it's a lot of spoons, but it also gives me back spoons because I'm resting and I'm relaxed and I'm socially engaging, but I need help. I can't go to the beach by myself. So anyway, it gives you, I think it's like, there's no way of denying, once you go through your day and you look at the number of spoons you're using for each activity, there's really no denying it. And what it does is it helps, especially people like me, from doing too much that you're down for the count for 2 days or 3 days recovering, right? I know if I go to the physical therapist and they're going to work anywhere on my head or my jaw, I'm going to be in so much pain. I could be an 8 in the pain scale. That's my spoons for the day. I will probably go through 10 to 12 spoons just because of that, and my day's over. Except I can now, what can I do to get my spoons back? For me, icing my head, taking a nap, lying out in the sun or sitting out in the sun quietly, meditation, which I've done for a long time, either guided meditation or focus on your breathing meditation. I use sleep stories, I listen to podcasts, any of those things where I can close my eyes, shut off my brain, and rest my body will give me back some spoons. So that's your question, that's your homework, right? Figure out your activities for each day, assign how many spoons you use for each activity, and then write down the things you do that bring back some spoons for you, and then do a diary for at least a week. Are you overusing your spoons? Are you working in spoon deficit like me? Are you doing enough self-care to give yourself some spoons back? That's it. It's a very simple theory and it's very, very helpful. So I hope the information is helpful for you. I'm sure you can just Google the spoon theory. It's literally called Using the Spoon Theory for Cognitive Communication. And I believe it was created by a woman who's a speech language pathologist and a certified brain injury specialist. And her name is Katie Brown. So you can go ahead and look that up. I believe the information that I got here is from neurospeechsolutions.com. So you can take a look at that and their shop, and you can download, I'm sure, whatever you'd like, or you could just create your own and adapt it from what I'm saying. So I wish you all the best, and I'll see you in the next.